I'm Jenna Love from the Somebody You Love podcast. I work in the adult industry, and this comment says this is engagement bait. Is SW actually work or not? If it is, it doesn't matter why someone decides to do it. Do you get upset with a cook who wants to cook? You're hoping that other men see this and get upset that you're singling them out for criticism and using that outrage to boost your podcast. Okay, so yeah, a few things here. Was this account entirely created just to promote my podcast and my advocacy work? Yes. I mean, yes. That's literally why I started it, because we put a huge amount of work into our podcast. And we do have some wonderful supporters who help us with it financially, but it goes nowhere near covering the costs involved. Sorry, as in terms of labor and an effort. It does cover our actual financial costs. But yeah, we put so much effort in, and I was like, more people need to hear this. So I started doing these little videos. I know it's very popular on social media for people to do little clips of their podcasts and stuff. We don't record in the same city, and my podcast host is not a fan of being on video, my co-host. So as a result, I was like, I'm just going to sit and talk about some stuff. And the outcome of that was that almost within a week or so, our listens really picked up, and they've stayed consistent, even though we're in between seasons at the moment. So bloody great, love that. Have no shame in that literally being the point of this account. But as for my this video that is being commented on, as for that being engagement bait, that absolutely was not my intention. And I can tell you the reason why that wasn't my intention is that I have poked some of the bears, being pretend male SWs, or some who actually are male SWs who are just not good people. And it's terrifying. Okay. I don't want that. I accept that being somebody who shares their opinions publicly, that there's risk of that sort of thing. But yeah, I got to say, like, I don't want the men I'm talking about to get upset with me. That does not serve me well. I don't believe they should either. I think that I'm always polite and considered. And, in this video that this was commented on specifically, I gave an option for how, what could be done. So I don't just like to sit here and trash people and then hope that people get upset by it. I also mentioned to this person that I don't do a lot of the things that would boost me in the algorithm. So I'm never expecting that anything I do will have any sense of virality or anything like that. And I'm cool with that. I reach a small but dedicated audience, and that's phenomenal. But yeah, things like I don't do moving around, putting makeup on, or walking around when I'm filming because a number of reasons. And I don't do sexy dance videos and yeah, whatever. So anyway, that's not what I do. So it's definitely not, I'm not looking for engagement at the cost of my values. As for this cook business, obviously, I don't get upset at people who want to be cooks because they like cooking. Because being a cook does not carry with it the levels of systematic stigma and discrimination that is faced by SWs. Why on earth would you want to be an SW? That's my question. Why? If the reason is I need the money, cool. If the reason is I need the money and I think, I really think that I would be suited to it, no worries. Or if the reason is I need the money and I think I can handle it, I feel like I could do it, cool. If the reason is it sounds awesome, I'm going to be sus. If the reason is I really like S, I'm going to be sus. I think it kind of comes down to, for me, if somebody doesn't have a lot of trepidation about going into the industry, that's quite odd for me. It's certainly not reflective of the experiences of the vast majority of people in the industry. historically and globally speaking. I do a lot of these like mentoring kind of sessions, and a lot of them are workers who have just entered the industry or kind of about to, and they're all terrified. Like that's the reality. Okay, um, there plenty of them are really excited and wanting to do it and thinking, yeah, I reckon I can. I think this will suit me. But I can tell you from my personal experience, I thought the same, and I didn't know. I wasn't sure. I thought, oh God, like. But there are some people who just go into the industry and it's just like, oh my God, have fun. I'm just going to get paid to do S. And that's not how it's going to be. So, is SW work or not? Yes, it is. Obviously, it's literally labor in exchange for payment. But is it the same as all other jobs? Absolutely not. It's hard work. It's work that is shunned by a significant proportion of society. And it's work that will limit your opportunities after you have done it. Although, not all of those things are necessarily true for cis-het men. And yeah, absolutely. If there are people, I'm sure there are other people in the industry who joined just because they thought it sounded like an absolute hoot. And that doesn't mean they don't get to be in the industry. I will still welcome them with open arms. And when they inevitably find out that that's not the reality, I'll help them out. But anybody who has a lot of privilege deciding to like make themselves less privileged without what I see as really compelling reasons, I'm going to be sus on them. I just am.